This is Shannah. Welcome to my channel, and this is the weekly update. We're going to take a look into the energies that are surrounding you this week. We have three possibilities. We have pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. So take your time to choose your pile, and I will see you in a couple of moments. So if it shows pile number 1, this is your reading. So what are the energies surrounding you this week? First of all, we have the Six of Swords. Then we have the Sun. And then we have the Six of Pentacles. This very positive energy, pile number 1, because you're coming out of a difficult situation. If you've been feeling ill or not very fit, you're getting better. So you're on your way of recovery this week, and you're happier this week. You're full of joy. You want to enjoy life. It's like you're leaving a dark phase behind you, and there is balance coming in. Even financial balance is coming in. You're actually here in this context. I'm seeing here the Six of Pentacles as you recognizing your worth, and also other people recognizing your worth, because you are recognizing it yourself. You see, it's like a change of attitude. And this is what we have here with these three cards, is you're leaving an old way of thinking behind you. And for some of you, it will even be a kind of victim mentality. And I just want to leave this really clear. A victim mentality is, I've seen it being used, especially on social platforms, as a way of attacking people. Oh, it's a victim mentality, blah, blah. But if no one has a victim mentality because it is fun, no one wakes up one morning and says, well, wow, what we're going to do today? Well, let's try out a victim mentality. No one does that. And usually people that have that, so to say, victim mentality, they're actually victims, and they've been victimized, and they've gone through horrible things. So I think I'm just asking for a little bit more of compassion and empathy for people and humans in general. I don't know why. I just had to say that. So, but when you're leaving this victim mentality behind you, it's not because it's a bad thing or something you should be ashamed for. It's because you're not feeling like a victim anymore. You're coming to this winner side, so to say. You are feeling more in tune with the world, more in tune with your inner strength, and again with your own value. Because this broken, and it's funny that I chose this stone. Really, I didn't think about it. And this is actually dragon egg stone, but it is like the shell is broken. It's really beautiful. And it's that, because what I'm calling here victim mentality, but not in the negative sense, is, something was broken within you, and, and you had this shell, this protective shell, and now this shell is breaking, and it's, and you're not needing this protective shell anymore because you've been healing. You've gone through a lot of healing, and now you have found your place in the sun. So this week you're finding your place in the sun. You're feeling more confident, more positive, more joyous. And again, it's like because you are more centered, you are more grounded in your own power. That's what it is. And some of you are even getting money, or you're having the opportunity of paying debts, paying back some debts, and leveling and balancing your financial life, which is really, really good. Then we have 19, plant seeds. 19 is also the number of the sun, right? So of the sun card. So 19, plant seeds. And here we have the sun again. So this telling you there's new life coming to you. And you're feeling more inspired as well this week. You're having a lot of more ideas. You're having a lot of inspiration this week. So business ideas, creative ideas, they're all germinating this week. And then we have number 34, Spirit Weaver. Now, if you chose pile number 1, I have to say, you're a very magical being, not just spiritual, like we understand it. You're also a very magical being, and you're very connected to the magic of the universe in all its dimensions. And some of you know this consciously, others don't, but you kind of feel it, that you have this connection, this magical connection to the universe. And this is something that is coming more to the forefront this week. And some of you are even starting like to develop a spiritual practice or a routine. You're meditating more, or you're starting your own rituals, or you're learning to heal, or you're starting to heal. Some of you don't even have to learn it. And I'm not talking about tarot cards. I'm not talking astrology, nothing. I'm talking like full-blown white magic and nature magic and spiritual magic, and something very, very powerful. And you are getting more in touch with it this week, and it's like blooming within you. So you're also probably someone has a very strong connection to nature. Yeah. And some of you may even be mediums, really like mediums. This is quite important because this is one of your talents that will help you develop your sense of worth, but also help humanity to grow. Your presence in the world is very important, even if you don't realize it. And then, funnily enough, we have then number 5, solar. So we have here 3 sun cards. And this is wow, because you're shining. This week you're shining, and the sun is shining just for you this week, pile number 1. So you're a lot happier and more confident. You are doing something you love. And this card here with the sunflowers, here we have a safe and happy home. It's also like you're taking care of your home, you're protecting your home, you're tidying up. Maybe some of you are even carrying out a spring clean, but this card also has to do with rituals. Again, we're connected here to magic. So some of you are starting like a spiritual or magic routine or rituals, and this is something that will get you very grounded and get you very centered, and you feel also very protected because there's a new you emerging, and you have the need to feel protected, to feel safe in order to bloom completely in all your beauty and all your colors. So when it comes to love, I know this is now a bit mystical, I know, but this is who you are, pile number 1. You're a mystical being. So when it comes to love, what are the energies surrounding you this week? Pile number 1. When it comes to love, what are the energies surrounding you this week? Right? For many of you, it's not going to import. Yeah, I have the feeling for some of you, it's not going to be very important. What is important for you is to feel happy. But for those who are in love connections or, that love interest, is going to be a very happy time. You're just very happy this week, as we've seen with all these sun cards. Then we have going the distance. Some of you may be traveling. You got 2 more cards. But that's funny. You're going to be shining like the sun, in and out. But there are people that are going to have problems with it. We have jealousy and envy and outside influences. So are people from the outside are maybe jealous of your happiness, jealous of your resilience, of your persistence, of your focus, of your serendipity, of all the blessings you've been having. they probably don't see that you also gone through dark phases, that things haven't been easy as well. They just see you shining, no matter what adversities, no matter what challenges. You always come back brighter, stronger, brighter, shinier. And so some people will try to throw, a bit of dirt in your path, but the cards are telling you, ignore them, have fun, just have fun. And also to use your fantasy. Here, the wishful thinking. Some of you may be lost in fantasies, or like even careful with obsessions. I'm getting that a bit, but the vibe I'm getting here this week with this wishful thinking is also you create your reality. So you need this fantasy in order to create something new, in order to bring something new into reality. And but I see you here, letting the dogs bark because the caravan shall pass. And your love life, yes, has people who are envious, are people trying to, bring difficulties to your love life, but you just taking the high road, and you are going your way. And I think your main focus this week is just on yourself and having fun and feeling good and doing what you love and doing what you think is right for you. Wow. So pile number 1, this was your reading. I hope it resonates. I hope it inspires you. And I wish you a wonderful week full of love. Thank you. So if you chose pile number 2, this is your reading. So what are the energies surrounding you this week? Pile number 2. We have the 8 of Wands. We have the Empress. Then we have the 5 of Swords. There are news coming in. Well, because I've already seen all the other cards. It can be that the news that are coming in for some of you is about a pregnancy. This is very, very specific, and it will only be for like a 1% of you that are watching this. So don't be scared, okay? So if something that you don't want, but it will be a pregnancy. But for some of you, this pregnancy is something that you don't know how to deal with it. So it will be a shock at first. And maybe you even think, that is not the right time. And this will bring some conflict within you. Okay. But it's, but this conflict won't last long because it's the swords energy, and swords energy is very quick. Okay. So for those who have nothing to do with getting pregnant, then this is like there's swift success for you coming this week. Things are developing, and developing fast here with the 8 of Wands energy. So things are coming in a full circle. There are developments, there are results, everything very positive, very creative. Your creative ideas are being accepted. If you're publishing something, it will have great resonance, but there's also a conflict here. Now, for some of you, this conflict will be an inner conflict. It could be a conflict like you cannot deal with your own success. Your own success scares you. And this happens more often than not, even if it can be surprising for some people, because some people feel guilty when they get successful, or they are afraid because other people will attack them, and so on and so forth. So, and this will be like an inner conflict. But there are also 2 other meanings here. By one of the meanings is then this success is coming, no matter what you do. This success is coming, and there will be people that will be against it, or will try to, bring difficulties into this scenario. Or what we also have, it's your success is at a cost. It's like. For instance, let's say it's a competition of some kind, and for you to win, which you will, a friend of yours has to lose. Something in this, scenario, someone else has to lose for you to win. And this is for you also like, yeah, it's not that easy. You know, you're happy about your win, but you feel sad about someone else losing. So this could be a scenario as well. Then we have 43 womb, and we have number 3 balance. Now, and like I said here with the womb and the pregnancy, we have this pregnancy theme again, but I already talked about it. But what I see here, then we have here, just to get all together, number 19, divinity, balance the physical and spiritual. Now, we also have balance here, and we have womb. So what we see here with the Empress and the womb is new ideas, you know, giving birth to new ideas, giving birth to new possibilities. And there's a lot of creativity here. And it's something that's now coming out to the open, something that you've been working on for a long time. Could be a creative project, could be, you know, a promotion, could be something, you know, or that relationship, and even like I was saying, a pregnancy. But something is now happening this week, or you're getting the first results of it this week. Now, for some of you, if it's a pregnancy, this is going to be even more specific because it's going to be twins. Very, very specific. But with this balance card, it's like there's a lot going on and you have to bring balance. Here's like spirituality and the material world, which is important to have both. But it's also between you working really hard and resting, you know, taking care of your soul, your well-being, you know, of your strength, of your energy, while you are working in order to achieve your goals. And this is very important for you not to reach a burnout. You know, you're giving everything, you know, all of your strength, but then you have nothing left. So even if the idea works, you cannot really enjoy it because you're still recovering, you know, from all the effort. So it's really important that you take care of your energy here and you take some time out for yourself. You can meditate, you can, you know, just lay in bed and rest and look at the ceiling, whatever it is, or just go for a walk in nature, at the beach, at the forest, by the river, by the lake, whatever it is, something that really grounds you and relaxes you. This is quite important. And also here with the womb card, the feeling I get is, though, don't worry, you know, don't worry so much because you're protected. You know, the idea is set, the idea is protected, the idea is growing, and whatever is this project, so this will work out, you know, because the Empress is always the promise of success as well. So this is quite promising. Pile number 2. These are good energies coming in. And I see also here with the balance, because we have here the brunette and we have the blonde girl. I see here like people coming together. They're from different walks of life, from different ethnicities, different cultural backgrounds. The thing is, and I think whatever you are doing, you are able to bring people together. You are like a bridge between cultures, between points of view, between, I'm going to say good and evil. I don't know why. But between different ways of being, you can bring them together. You can synthesize them. You can bring balance and order into certain situations where there may be conflict. You bring balance, order, and joy into situations of conflict. Wow. Some of you may be lawyers or work with something with law, although the Justice card is not here, or be an activist of some kind, or work like social worker. I kind of can see that as well. Okay. So when it comes to love, what are the energies surrounding you this week? Pile number 2. You also got happy, happy. Pile number 1 also got happy, happy. And so it's going to be a very positive week for you. Then we have when hell freezes over. I see. Wait a second, because the cards fell on. Yes. No. So, wait. Okay, just flew. Again, jealousy and envy. So it's going to be a week of jealousy and envy. Pile number 1 also got this one. I think like, let me just get another card here for this when hell freezes over. New life. Yeah. That's what I think. The again, a pregnancy. So pile number 2, if you are still in the age that you can get pregnant and you do not wish to get pregnant, please take the due precautions, because we have 3 signs already of pregnancy. And actually, okay, so if you're already in menopause, and you are in a partnership and you're in menopause and you believe you shouldn't, you don't have to be that careful anymore, cards are telling you think again, because what you think that would be impossible can be possible. And some of my friends, they're menopause babies. So it is possible. So be careful. But what you thought it would be impossible, or you thought there were so many difficulties here, it is possible. It will bloom, it will come to life, and you'll start, maybe if it's not a pregnancy for many of you, and I don't want to scare you because some people then get a bit panicky about it, then it has to do with starting, like a new life with someone. It's a new opportunity, and this will cause a lot of envy from other people, right? Because you are making the impossible possible, and you're very, very happy. And I think your happiness this week will also be contagious, and you're making people jealous. Let me just get another card. Okay. Because you're ever unfolding, because you're always developing, you're always growing, and no one can stop you. And people cannot deal with that, because you are unstoppable and luck is on your side, and things are going now developing in a very positive way. And it could be that even like a love from the past may come back. Yeah, someone you cannot stop thinking about. This could be that someone, and you thought it would be impossible, right? With that hell freezes over, and then it is possible. Let's see. Now, pile number 2, this was your reading. I hope it resonates. I hope it inspires you. And I wish you a wonderful week full of love. Thank you. So if you chose pile number 3, this is your reading. So let's see, what are the energies for you this week? We have the 4 of Pentacles. Then we have the 7 of Cups and the Devil. It's interesting. Sorry for the silence. I'm just getting the vibe of the cards. With the 4 of Pentacles, you're in a situation that may feel, at first sight, may feel very safe, very controlled, very stable. Maybe even other people envy your situation or a status, or the relationship you're in, something that looks very solid and for the future, unbreakable. But I have the feeling, like many of you in this situation, you feel like you're being stifled, that that claustrophobic even, and you actually want to break free from the situation. Especially here with the Devil card, it's like you you feel stuck in a situation and you're considering to break free from it. You just don't know exactly how. And it can be that there can be many opportunities or different opportunities or different solutions to your situation, but you don't know. There's here the feeling if maybe it will be worse than it already is, jumping from the pan to the fire. I don't know if the expression is like that, but I hope you get the gist of it, because it could get worse. And you contemplating all of this. And some of you may even find yourself in a situation of just daydreaming. You're not really taking action. Okay, so this could be actually just procrastinating. But I think like if it is procrastinating, procrastinating stems out of fear. It's not you just being lazy, and if it were you being lazy, it's your right just to be lazy, okay? But the thing is always like, what do you want in life? And being lazy has consequences. Everything has consequences, but there's nothing wrong per se with being lazy. And with procrastinating also. The only thing is like procrastinating has to do with some kind of fear that we go back to the devil, some kind of fear. And we stop at the tracks, like we know what we have to do. We know like what the steps are to take, but somehow we just don't do it. And this energy gets piled up like in daydreaming. And I find it that this week you're understanding this dynamic, because each one of you who chose pile number 3, you'll have another story behind it. You'll have another trigger point. You'll have another dynamic, right? And this week you're understanding it. It's like you are connecting the dots and you're finding your way out of this labyrinth, right? And the first step is actually seeing that this is a labyrinth of smokes and mirrors, because without wanting to get too deep in psychological analysis, because every person is different, and this is just a general reading, and then I'm not a psychologist, okay? I'm not a counselor, but I'll just share with you my take on this. I say that this is like a game of smoke and mirrors because the programming of self-sabotage here with procrastinating is actually a protective program. It's you're protecting yourself, okay? Because at some time in your development, especially in childhood when we're more impressionable, then something happened. Let's see, you want to be an astronaut, but someone public shamed you because of that, or something like that. Doesn't have to be that story, that's very placative. But what I'm trying to say is that although that was your dream, that was something that you want to do, then you prevent yourself from doing it because there's this association in your mind that if you do it, you're going to be public shamed, okay? So this is just a possibility. And so to keep you from doing it, you get stuck in daydreaming, or watching series or whatever it is. We all do it to a certain extent. So again, this is not pointing the finger at you if you find yourself in the situation. And the dynamic is always like with, like I said, smoke and mirrors, because every time you say, this is it, then no, it could be this and this and this and the other. And you're always like trying to catch a ghost, with your hands. And it's always difficult. But this week is like you're setting this inner map, and you can realize, I'm doing this because of that, of what happened back then, but this is actually not effective anymore because it has no power over me now. And then all this game, all this programming turns, ineffective at the end of the day. Okay. And you can break these chains. So the devil is now, something triggers you this week to bring all of this to the forefront. Sometimes it's just, for instance, like reading old diaries from some years ago, and then you're realizing I'm writing the same thing now that I was writing back then. So you think, well, I haven't achieved my goals that I wanted to achieve back then. So what kept me from doing it, actually? And this keeps you, starts this mechanism of, asking the right questions and self-reflecting. But it's very important here in this process is that you don't blame yourself or feel ashamed, because that will be probably the first reaction, is when we tend to immediately to blame ourselves or feel less than, feel shame. But don't, because the devil is here to free you. We always see the devil as the one who wants to bind us, and to a certain extent, of course, that's true. But actually the devil comes up to show you that you've bounded yourself, and actually the devil comes like, these are your binds, so these are your shackles, what you want to do with them. Because it's at the end, because this is also decision. This is the lower octave of the lovers, and the lovers is about decision, and this is also decision. You can decide to keep the shackles on, or you can decide to do the work and free yourself from them. So it's, again, you're being faced with that decision. It's a bit deep, and some of you will feel more this than others, right? And for others, to be on a more pragmatic side, what I'm seeing right now is also careful in how you invest your money this week, or how you spend your money this week, and read the small print, whatever you do, and go. Okay, the devil is in the details. So careful how you spend your money. Now, from the oracle cards, we have 21 prophetic dreams, and 24 run with wolves. And then we have psychedelic wisdom from the fairy folk. If you're taking drugs, take them responsibly. Now, but this is not what it's about, actually. With these prophetic dreams, and also the psychedelic card, is you seeing things from another perspective. Again, this is quite important. You start seeing how everything is connected. You start seeing that you make your own reality. And I know these sentences are very, cliche already, but they will make sense to you in your own way. You will have this aha moment, you have this insight, and it's going to be very personal. And no tarot reader, no psychologist can tell you how it feels and what is the thread that will get you there. It will be very personal. Only you will understand, because it will be your inner symbology, your inner path. And this is like, also, so follow the path. Even if sometimes, these crazy ideas come, follow the path. And also here, also the psychedelic card, I also have the feeling of be brave. Be brave with your inner world. Your inner world has the answers. And with the prophetic dreams, it's also like, pay attention to your dreams this week, because many of the things that are troubling you, many of the things you need an answer to, they come in your dreams, in your own symbolic language. Now, this is also, again, very important for you to start to understand how, for many of you will know already, but that only you actually can decipher your own symbolic language, right? Some symbols could be, universal, but are they really? Because we all have our own subjective language, and we all interpret, or not interpret, but attribute different meanings to certain symbols, right? For instance, if I say, okay, I dreamt I was at the beach, for me, this could be home because I grew up at the by the beach. Yeah, like so. But for other people, it could be holidays. For other people, it could be a traumatic experience they had as a child. So everyone has their own inner landscape, and here the card is really, the cards are inviting you to draw this map of your inner landscape. You're getting very intensive dreams because there's a healing going on. There's an insight going on, a realization of your inner world. And that something has to change, and that we know it has to change here with this card, Run with Wolves. Because it's time you get away from the pack. And again, this is the same message as here, more or less, because we're saying this feels safe. This feels, is that what you know? Is the familiar? And oh my God, I'm getting that song. Do you know the song Familiar? Agnes, she's called Agnes Urbel, something like that, right? I love that song, Familiar. So listen to that song. So what I was saying was this feels very familiar, it feels safe, but many of you, like I was saying at the beginning, you may feel trapped because you've outgrown these people, or you have other interests now, or I just realized this is not who I want to be anymore. You're developing in another direction. You're, drifting apart from the current reality you're still in. And so the card is also saying it's time for you to have the courage to leave certain situations, be it a job, be it a relationship, be it even a family situation, be it also where you live. It's time for you to follow another horizon. But this is something to have this courage, and also the realization this is an inner journey. And here with these two cards, like I was saying earlier, and also these two, is really an inner journey. You're realizing you're either stuck in a situation that it's not for your best interest, or you're stuck within yourself and you're not moving forward. And this is the time to unstuck yourself. And you, like I was saying, you're going to realize this, you're going to understand the dynamics, and then you're walking the walk. You can do this. And it's not going to be scary. It may be like a bit, how do I say, disturbing at first, like I said, what? But I thought I had this in control, or I thought this was good for me, and it's not. So maybe a bit discouraged at first, but once you realize you have the answer within you and in your hands, you feel powerful, and you will do the changes. You'll make the changes you need. So in the love life, then you have like almost like the devil card here. What lies in the dark? So for your love life, this again, happy. This card came for every pile. It's going to be a happy energy this week for everyone. I love it. We all deserve it. Then we have keeping tabs and wish you were here. A burning heart. So there's a lot of passion here, pile number 3. But there's something in the dark. There's something, maybe it's like a forbidden relationship or a secret connection. Something here that, that someone, or you have like a secret crush on someone, or you're missing someone from your life that you have no contact with at the moment, because otherwise you wouldn't be keeping tabs, right? Or there's some control, or you, like I said, you're stuck in a situation where you feel that you're being controlled. But what I see here is, yeah, it could be a secret connection for some of you, yeah. But there's a lot of passion. And maybe it's like it's secret because It's not public yet. It doesn't have to be, betraying other people or like that. No, it could be just that it's not public yet. And it could be also a secret crush, and your crush doesn't know about it yet. Let's see. But yeah, it will go public, and the crush will know it, and it will have a happy ending. Maybe not this week immediately, but soon enough. Yeah, you're just gathering courage. It will happen. Don't worry. So, pile number 3, this was your reading. I hope it resonates. I hope it inspires you. And I wish you a wonderful time full of love. Thank you.